What if I told you the real exam of your life wasn't in a classroom, but in betrayal, in abandonment, in the fire of fake friends, broken family, and soul-splitting silence? While the world was handing out degrees for memorizing facts, you were being tested on your soul's ability to stay pure in a world that was trying to poison you. No syllabus, no warnings, just God, watching your spirit solve questions like, will you love without being loved back? Will you walk away from what you want to protect who you are? Will you stay silent, not out of fear, but strategy? And guess what? You passed, with a perfect score. No cheating, no shortcuts, no extra credit. Just pain, growth, and receipts in your spirit. Now here's a fact that'll make you sit up straighter. Most people spend their entire lives trying to impress society. But the real exam was spiritual. And only 1% pass it before their soul checks out. You're part of that 1%. Heaven isn't preparing you anymore. Heaven has promoted you. The reason your life suddenly feels strange, heavy, and even eerily quiet right now, it's because you're about to graduate into divine authority, and the enemy knows it. But don't worry, we're going to break this all the way down. Because this ain't your grandma's Sunday school lesson. This is a revelation. And if you're still wondering how you passed when you felt like you were failing the whole time, good. That means the test worked. So grab your spiritual cap and gown, chosen one, because class is out, and destiny is calling your name at full volume. And if anyone asks why you're glowing like heaven's favorite child, just smile and say, I passed the exam you didn't even know existed. Let's get into it. Number 1, you passed the test without knowing you were being watched. You didn't know it, but your whole life was being watched like a secret case file. No warning, no clues, no angel tapping your shoulder saying, hey, this moment right here, it's the big test. You were just living, surviving, making choices, and trying to keep your sanity in chaos. But that was exactly the test. How you moved when no one was clapping, when no one was watching, when it felt like God went silent. Heaven doesn't test people the way school does. There's no multiple choice, no deadline, no chance to cheat off someone smarter. The divine exam is in the everyday, in how you handled being lied on, betrayed, abandoned, and misunderstood. It was in the way you didn't fold when people slandered you and smiled about it. It was how you kept showing up, not for applause, but because your soul was wired to do the right thing even when it cost you everything. Most people only shine when they know they're being seen. They perform goodness. But you lived it, even when it looked like it was getting you nowhere. Heaven doesn't grade on performance, it grades on authenticity. You could have played dirty. You could have exposed the people who tried to ruin you, but you didn't. You had moments where you were seconds away from going off, but you didn't. That's what heaven was looking for. Not perfection, not performance, just proof of who you really are when nobody's giving you credit for it. That's why you passed. You weren't being tested on your knowledge. You were being tested on your essence. Would you stay kind when cruelty was easier? Would you still tell the truth when lying would have saved you pain? Would you still walk in integrity when everyone else was getting ahead by faking it? The divine test wasn't about what you knew. It was about how you lived. And you didn't even know you were in the exam room, but heaven watched every step. And now they're saying, you're ready. Number 2, you didn't just survive hell, you refused to become it. Most people think surviving hell is the win, but surviving is just the start. The real test is this. Did you become what hurt you? That's where most people fail. They come out of pain, but they bring the poison with them. They start moving like the people who betrayed them. They pick up bitterness, control, manipulation, not because they're bad, but because they never healed. But you were given every excuse to turn cold. You had every reason to shut down, to stop trusting, to give people the same darkness they gave you. But you didn't. You didn't just survive the trauma. You refused to mirror it. That's rare. That's divine. You could have become a savage. You could have built walls so high no one would ever touch your heart again. You could have decided to love nobody, trust nobody, and believe in nothing. And nobody would have blamed you. But something inside you stayed soft. You cried and kept going. You were furious and still chose grace. That's what separated you. That's why heaven took notice. The test wasn't just about enduring pain. It was about keeping your soul clean while walking through fire. Most people who go through what you did start wearing their wounds like armor. They become hard to love. They become the pain they swore they'd never repeat. You had the chance to do that too, and probably even tried once or twice, but it didn't sit right with your spirit. Your conscience wouldn't let you become what you despised. That internal battle, that was the exam. That's what you passed. You didn't escape the fire by luck. You escaped because you had the strength to feel it fully and still not let it change who you are. You're not just a survivor. You're the proof that it's possible to go through the worst and not come out broken, bitter, or fake. That kind of strength can't be taught. That's soul deep. That's what qualifies you. That's why you're being elevated now. You didn't just come through the hell, you refused to carry it with you. That's why heaven's saying, you're ready.